It is.
Good. This is my Leon. Have you seen the film Leon?
No.
I'll show you in a minute.
Who's playing it? Any famous actor? Or?
Natalie Portman's in it.
Okay.
There's this French actor in it who's famous, but I forget his name.
LeBeouf? Franck LeBeouf?
Nah.
Franck LeBeouf is French, isn't it?
I mean, that's a French name.
Yeah, but like he doesn't speak like a French guy.
I don't know who that is, bro.
You know
I mean,
the guy.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not French.
Yeah, where is he? Where is he from?
America.
Oh.
I don't know where in America. Let's start the show, man.
Yeah, man. All right. The Moa Show, episode number 3. So happy to be here again with my best friend Ross. How are you, mate?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I apologize for the long setup time again.
That's all right, man.
Do you know what? I need you to come earlier, I think, because I tell you to come at the time after I know I've put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
But the kids always take an hour longer to get to bed. And then you think that an hour longer to get to bed than you would expect them to. Like I tell them to get to bed at like 7, thinking they'll be in bed by 8.
Yeah.
It ends up being 9 o'clock, bro.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter, like, because every time I come here, they're awake. Yeah. They're in the room, but I can still.
On the weekend,
I can tell that,
on the weekend, it's hard to. But if I just told you, so I tell you to come after like 8:30, I should have them at least in their bedroom, like in their bed. They won't be asleep by then, but they'll be. But then, and I think I'll have time as well to set up a bit before Herman gets here.
Yeah.
But they go to bed so much later than I thought that I don't have the setup time. I end up setting up when you're here.
Yeah.
So next time I say we do it earlier.
Okay.
And then, because you'll scare them to bed, bro. That's the truth. Like, you will. Like, they'll stop coming and bothering me for stuff. Like, if you're here, they'll be shy of you. Yeah, and that's how you control children, really, isn't it? With fear.
Yeah, a little bit. They need a little bit of that in their life.
This is the thing about you, bro. Because like most people would be like, "No, you can't control children with fear."
No, I think they do need a little bit of fear.
Well, this is the thing. You're just from the ghetto, bro, and so am I. And I'm like, no, but I'm coming away from that way of thinking. I used to think that they have to fear you,
but like when I say a little bit, it's like when you get serious, they need to know you're being serious. It's not. I'm not saying that like they should fear you all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like when you say, move that or go do this or like they just follow.
But don't you think you can accomplish that with respect rather than fear?
Well, the respect I think is built up already when you're like the fact that you're already having a conversation with them. They know that you respect them, so then they respect you in return.
See, that's how I know you had a good childhood. You had good parenting because you're just like, you respect your parents, don't you? Like, they talk to you, and therefore you respect them.
That's it.
That's what I have for everyone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I wrote a status. I wrote a Facebook post, not Facebook, Instagram story today, and I said, when your kid says to you they like something, and you're like, yeah, I like that too, and they know you're not just humoring them. Yeah. That's some important shit that you're saying to your kid right there.
Yes, it is.
That's important for them to hear that.
Yeah.
Like by me saying, I like that too, and I'm not looking at them thinking, you're cute. I'm like, no, I know what you're talking about. I like that too, and I approve of your judgment. Yeah. That's some important stuff for your self-esteem. You know what I mean?
It's good. Also, we don't tend to like. I'm not sure, but like, I remember back in the days, like, you come home. If I come home with good grades, then I get like, I get praised a lot from my parents, which is quite good. I think, like, it kind of like give you some self-esteem, which is needed for every kid. Like the worst is like, but also ultimately on the other hand, if I come back with bad result, I also get like, treated appropriately to the bad result, right? I'll be like, what? But that would be like, what happened here? Like, what's going on?
Again, good parenting, bro. Like, everyone had that, bro. Like, no one was checking my grades, bro. Like, I'd get a report card home maybe every now and again. Yeah. And my mum would just happen to see it. But no one's really... And I don't blame my mum, because my mum just had shit to do. Like, it was just my mum.
was a lot. It was a lot for her to deal with.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
a lot
And
for her to
also,
deal
because
with.
my mum was just so young when she had me as well. When
How
she
old
had
was
my
she, bro?
sister. When she had my older sister, she was 17 years old.
I still can't believe that your older sister is your older sister. Bro. Like she looks like the youngest of all of you, but she's the oldest. Like you know, I was confused when you told me that day. Like I asked you that day, the day I think it was your birthday when I saw them all, like the whole family.
Yeah.
One of your birthday, I'm not sure. I don't remember which one. And then like we were having this conversation. I was like, I wasn't even asking because I knew she was the last one. Like, and then we were talking, and then
Just came up.
and then I made a reference to I was talking. I was like, so the last one.
Yeah.
And I think I pointed at her or something, and then you're like, "No, bruv." And then I was quite confused with that. But yeah.
Yeah. No, she's small and yeah, she looks so because she ain't got no kids, bro. That's why she looks so young.
Where's she at the moment?
China.
Oh yeah. I remember you saying, but at
Yeah.
the time, she hadn't traveled. Last time we spoke about her, she hadn't traveled at the time.
Yeah.
I think she was still planning to.
I know that was a while ago. Though.
Yeah, that was.
Because I've spoken to you. Like, she moved to China like 2 years ago.
How's it go? You got news? You got news, bro?
Yeah, I speak to her. She sent me a bunch of emails with voice notes the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm only halfway through them.
Yeah.
I really want to I need to get to that and reply to her because me and her didn't talk for a while she was out there, only because it was difficult to talk to her because
the time
difference, but also internet in China. She can't access Facebook and stuff like that easily in China. And so she can't access WhatsApp. WhatsApp doesn't work. Yeah, and they've got this other app called WeChat. I downloaded it when she first went to China. And she was there for a year and then she came back. And she was just here for she thought she was coming back. She had originally gone to China for a year, but she came back. And then she was here for about 6 months and she's like, I want to go back. I liked it in China.
So she's actually enjoying herself.
Yeah. So she went there and so I had WeChat the first time and then when she came here, I deleted it. And then when she went back, obviously tried to download it again. But it's really weird. It's really like a suspicious app. Like you have to prove you're a human and you have to get another user to vouch for you, but their score using the app needs to be at a certain level before they can vouch for you. And basically I just can't access it at the moment. So I didn't talk to her for a long while.
Do you think that this is still something to do with like communism, like the way they want to control stuff?
Yeah,
like
communism, but just in general.
The blocking everything that's external and then keeping only, whatever.
Yeah. I don't think it's just communism. I think communism is a part of it. But I think it's just the overall, like China's got a long history of violating human rights. There's there's big chunks of you watch documentaries and stuff about it. There's big chunks of Chinese history that Chinese young people don't know about. Things that happened only 20, 30 years ago, 35 years ago. Big thing. You remember the image of the Chinese man standing in front of the tanks?
No.
Like a protester. This was a big thing that happened in China, bigger protests that happened. Even when I forget the year, even when I was a kid or just before I was born. And yeah, I remember watching a documentary recently and there's Chinese college students who have got no idea that ever happened. Because it's not taught in Chinese schools, it's not on the news.
In purpose. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Chinese government doesn't want Chinese people to know that you can rebel against the Chinese government. So they don't. It's some big bro shit, some 1984 shit. It's I don't think it's just communism. I think communism is a symptom of whatever that is.
Okay.
This greedy desire for control, absolute control. Communism might be a symptom of that, but it's not the whole thing. The whole thing is just a sociopathic personality.
They're getting close though. I think the fact that they're first of all, I think it's the biggest population in the world. They've got the biggest population in the world, in the entire world.
Or it's the
China.
most densely populated place at least.
And then you've got a lot of them out there, in every other country. Even in Cameroon, you've got Chinatown. You now have Chinatown everywhere now. And I'm not sure if that's being done on purpose, but you can see the gravitas, you can see that moving, they've got Chinatown and Cameroon is every shop on that street belongs to them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people walk on the street, they don't even know that. They think that belongs to the government or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But like that's
That's
those
just, they just
property
bought out that area.
they bought it. And it's a pretty popular area. Like
Yeah,
it's
of course,
it's,
yeah,
it's
Chinatown.
simple.
Chinatown everywhere.
Yes,
Our
it's
Chinatown
simple.
is like 2 minutes from
From it's
Leicester
in
Square.
Seoul. Yeah, it's in Seoul.
right next to Seoul.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the bangs in the center of London. Like it's crazy, isn't it?
I must say they have like, but I love their food though. They've got good food. I
Mm.
think it's really good.
Mm.
What is it that when you spoke to your sister? Is there anything that she said to you that made her like feel like her life there is better than here? Like what was it about?
I don't know how much of my sister's business I can really tell. Like, I think it's so she sent me a photo of the view from her apartment the other day. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It just looks so nice. Like, it's just so beautiful. The climate, it's like a tropical climate where she is. Like, it's warm. It's winter now. It's warm. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Funny thing is, she said the pools are closed. It's like warmer there now. It's like the warm end of British springtime is how warm it is there now.
Okay.
But the pools are closed because it's not hot enough, because they're used to hot weather where she is. I think she likes, so she complains about her employers a lot.
There or here?
There.
Okay.
She doesn't like the way they handle children's, because she's in education.
Okay.
They don't like the way they handle children's education. She doesn't like her new employer's okay. Her past employer, they didn't really care about the staff. Like, they didn't get the leave that they were supposed to get. They weren't being paid on time.
Yeah.
All this other stuff. But I think she said it's better with a new employer. But I think she likes the actual place, the geography, the climate. But I get the feeling it's got something to do with the people she meets there. The people she meets there who aren't from China. It's all the climate and all that stuff, plus the people that she meets there.
Okay.
I think the majority of her friends are not Chinese. I
Okay.
think the majority of her friends are people from the States,
Yeah.
from Canada, all that stuff. And I understand that, because the kind of people you would meet there are the kind of people who leave where they live. They leave everything they know to go live in this place where Zoe didn't even speak the language when she went there.
Does she speak?
She speaks a bit of Chinese.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, she didn't. And those are the kind of people you're going to find there who are not. You know what I mean? Because you're just naturally, I think, going to gravitate towards people who look like more Western.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's got Chinese friends.
Yeah.
But I know that when she came back briefly before she decided she wanted to go back out, she had a friend over who was also back from here in China.
Yeah.
She was a Welsh girl or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you're gonna spot those people, and you're gonna get talking, and you're gonna have something in common because you both left everything you knew to go there.
Yes.
And you're those kind of people.
Yeah.
I think she probably likes that, as well as just being out in somewhere else. The only thing I'm surprised about, I wasn't surprised when she went to live in another country. She's not got no kids. She's like almost 40 now. The only thing I've been surprised is that she stopped moving. I thought she was going to go to China
And
and then probably go work in Thailand, then go work in Australia.
Yeah.
But no, she likes China.
That's good. That's good. I know the feeling of like leaving the country and then going to one place and then realizing that you've got some of your people living there as well. It feels really dope.
Yeah.
It feels like, you're not alone in this. You're not alone in this.
For you, I know that in Cameroon, like your family and your friends, that's your tribe. Really. You got your tribe. But I think there's less of that in London and in the UK. But I think if you go out to somewhere like China and meet people who are from a similar environment to yours, there's going to be a stronger community with you and them people than there would at home.
If you were at home.
Yeah.
If you were home. Also, you gotta understand that the reason for moving are different as well. People are all moving from the same reason, but mainly in Cameroon, like when people are traveling, it's just because the situation is not great in Cameroon at the moment.
Yeah.
So they are just like going to places where they think that economically it's gonna make more sense for them to be there, or they're gonna have a better life, or a better status. they'll be able to take better care of their family. So it's like, but I think people who are leaving the UK to go other countries not because of the economics. It's just like maybe they're just fed off staying where they are and they just want to try different things.
Yeah.
Like it's not a money issue. It's not like I can't pay my rent or I'm not able to eat properly or whatever. Like it's other stuff. It's not related to like what is avoidable or what's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a good feeling. But like then this is how you know that you're growing, because this is funny. You move to a place and then at first you're just like, yes, I've met people from Cameroon here. We're having a great time. Everything's good. And then you realize that, because I'm always about like, what I can accomplish or what I'm going to do next. And every time I saw people like, they were like, I could tell that they're doing okay. They're doing well. I was just like, you're doing well, bro. Like, what is it you do? Put me on. I want to learn. Like, teach me or whatever. Yeah. And then people just like, they close the door. Like, it's okay to be outside together, having drinks and everything. Yeah, but when it comes down to, I want to work. Like, don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. Just show me the roadmap and let me figure it out. Like, what's the step by step, and let me do the work. I want to work and get there. Yeah. And then everyone just closes up. Like, everyone's like, but like when it's drinking time, like, everyone like, oh, we're all friends. Yeah. So that's what I didn't really like about I would say African community in general. Like when bro, like I feel like there's a bit of like, when it comes, like we're all friends when it comes to just hanging out. And then when it's time to like, talk business or actually do some shit that makes sense or something that's actually, that can actually help you, because bringing together is a good time, but it's not helping me do anything. We're just having a good time. But like, when it comes down to do something, like people are, they're a bit more reserved.
So do you feel like you've seen evidence of people who aren't from the African community not doing that though?
Well, yes, but like
is that not just everyone?
Well, that's a tough question, because I haven't really like, the people I hang out with are always like, people, even so go ahead.
How about me? Have I shown evidence that I'm not like that?
No, you're not like that. You're definitely not like that.
Okay.
It's like you're definitely not like that. You're far away from that. That's the reason why I left. I kind of like went away from that Cameroonian community. Like there's a big Cameroonian community in the UK, in London, like especially in London. I don't know any of those guys, and I do it on purpose. Like I stay away from there because I know what it is. I went through that in Hungary. I learned from my mistake, bro. Like they wasted a lot of my time just because I thought that we're going somewhere, but like we weren't. Yeah. And I felt like here is the same. Like people get together when it's fun time, but when it's like business time, like everyone is just like, I'm not gonna show you my shit. Like I'm just gonna win alone.
Do you know why that's such a shame? Because first of all, obviously there's power in numbers. You work together, you can get somewhere. But also, right, just when you work with your people, and I can love all people. Yeah. But there's a difference between all people and my people. And when I'm working with my people, like right now, it's just fun, innit? Like,
it's so fun.
So much fun.
It's just so fun.
It doesn't need to be work. Like, think of who you work with. And
exactly.
It's boring as fuck.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. Like, you don't have to, like, think about the conversation like you want to have. Like, that's easy. I always think like it's communication, right? Like, if there's no communication, then it's work by definition is down to relationship. If there's no relationship, like there's not gonna be any good quality of work. There's gonna be pieces of work, but it's not gonna be coherent. We're not working. We might be working. Like everyone will have his own agenda. It won't be a cohesive like agenda. And I was so disappointed, bro. Like I was just like I felt really like I felt disappointed, bro, when I realized that my own people were behaving like that. Like we're out there, we're far from home. We're supposed to, hold each other and move, push everyone to move to be better. But then, and I was just like, oh man. And then I just got, bro. At the moment, I only have one, maybe two, Cameroonian friend that I have, but we don't even meet often. Like we meet like, I don't know, once in like I don't know 2 months or 3 months, and even that as well. Like there's, I think it's still me trying to kind of like push away and still kind of maintain, because I'm like we don't see things the same.